Here we are, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Space, the final frontier. I am Captain Frank Lee English, and these are the voyages of the starship HMSS Imperialize. Our mission? To explore strange new worlds, to seek out new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Rousing stuff, Captain English, sir.
You really think so? I was afraid it would sound a little bit cliched. The last thing I'd want would be for anyone listening to think that was going to be representative of the quality of all our dialogue throughout this entire voyage.
Perhaps it's best not to heighten expectations too early on, boyo.
Yes, Jones. A healthy dose of self-deprecation should neutralize the mildly xenophobic nature of the mission we've been tasked with by Her Majesty, Queen of Great Britain and of the Commonwealth Realms.
Yeah, so long as we can avoid resorting to trite nationalistic jokes, we should be fine.
Yes, I absolutely agree, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Well, I'm past. Who's for tea? Jones, as your commanding officer, I'm ordering you to go make me a cup of tea. 2 sugars. And go easy on the milk. I'll need it for my Weetabix in the morning.
I don't think they provided us with milk, boyo. Just the powdered stuff.
Curse this lack of lactation! Very well. Jones, as your commanding officer, I'm ordering you to go make me a cup of tea. 2 sugars. And go easy on the milk. I'll need it for my Weetabix in the morning.
I don't think they provided us with milk, boyo. Just the powdered stuff.
You stay here at the controls, Jones, while I navigate to the ship's kitchen facilities to acquire a refreshing beverage. The walk will give me the chance to familiarize myself with the intuitive navigation system.
Can you grab us a cup too?
I feel compelled to say an authoritative yet non-committal perhaps in this circumstance, Jones. It would be an appropriate reason to practice using the inventory system, yet I fear that such a magnanimous gesture may erode the command hierarchy aboard this vessel. I'll be on my way now, just as soon as I choose to exit this chair. I appear to have activated some sort of context-sensitive menu. I should select the appropriate option, illustrated by these exquisite icons. Now, to find the kitchen. If memory serves me correct, it's just down this corridor, beyond the 4th wall. Let's see. It's our autonomous beverage disp... I'll just get piping hot tea all over my hands. And I didn't enjoy that the first time. It's for my Rosie Lee. Sorry, Cockney crockery. I'm afraid I've nothing useful to hand. It's Alad's mug, isn't it? Cup of cha? Cup of cha? It really takes the misery out of making tea. Of course, the downside of having a sentient being responsible for making the tea is that every so often it forgets how much milk to add. That leads into the sitting room. I can't use these two together. The seat of power. Granted, it's not as stylish as those Scandinavian designs, but at least it came pre-assembled. The humble tray table. How many microwave meals have been placed upon your rigid PVC frame, one can never know.
Any danger of making that tea, boyo?
Awfully sorry for the delay.
Never mind, boyo. How did you manage to carry it in there without spilling any?
Well, I've just been very careful, ever since that whole Deepwater Horizon incident.
I don't really have anywhere to set this. You won't take over the controls from it until I finish. Wouldn't want to spill anything over these expensive electronics.
But of course! Why, if such a thing were to happen, we'd have a real puzzle on our hands.
Just go easy. Keep it steady.
Yes. Okay, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. Yes? No, Right. That's...
Primary starboard fuel cell jettisoned.
Didn't expect that. No.
Flight
no.
safe mode disabled.
Oh. Yes.
Opening rear cargo doors.
Yeah. Oh no.
Life support systems offline.
Oh.
Venting reserve oxygen supply.
Oh, so we shouldn't have done that. Oh. No. Okay, right. Oh, yeah, okay. Right.
Commencing cabin depressurization.
Oh.
Daisy.
Give me your answer.
Holy cow! Ah! Look what you've done! I told you to keep it steady!
Good heavens! What a waste of perfectly good tea!
I think we should be more concerned about the irreparable damage done to the ship's steering system. Both problems, by the way, are your fault.
Look, obviously, the controls weren't calibrated to account for my superior strength. They were more sensitive than a pubescent poet. Regardless, we'll have plenty of time to argue about this now that we're stranded. Unless, of course, we can replace the controls with something else.
When you say we...
I mean the royal we. I'll sort this out. Don't move. I don't want you dribbling on anything else. Honestly, you're worse than the elderly. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
Surely it would take more than a splash of Earl Grey to halt this ship. The zenith of British aeronautical engineering.
You could always give the control column a quick alternating input along the x-axis, just to ascertain if it is indeed no longer functional.
You mean jiggle the joystick left and right?
Isn't that what I said?
Your sister's studying in Swansea. Been down recently?
Not to visit her. A few of us went camping around the Gower though. It's lovely the further out to the city you go.
Yes. The further the better. Would you like me to go find you a towel to dry off?
No rush, boyo. I'm enjoying this warm, moist sensation. Reminds me of simpler times huddled in my mother's womb.
Gosh, I can hardly remember what I was doing 5 minutes ago, let alone during my embryonic youth.
Well, it was a lot longer ago for you, boyo.
Hey, I'm still down with the kids. Chillax Holmes. Me and my crew keeping it radical, man.
OMG, feel totes orky for you.
Don't mind me. I'm afraid I've nothing useful to hand. I can't use these two together. The humble tray table. There's been a slight infestation. The lower decks are on lockdown. Now, let's see. Now, let's It appears to be stuck. With great power comes great responsibility. It specifically says no rustling. No flagship worth its salt would be without a draconian list of rules to adhere to. It might fit Allard's dainty hand. I've a bit more girth. Now, what do we have here? Ah! Good Lord. Gosh, really helps you to see things in perspective. Now, what do we have here? Ah! Good Lord. Without the right tools for the job, I'm not risking it. Mercifully, the ultra-absorbent litter goes some way to mask the odor. Some way. Not all the way. The depravity that goes through some... It might fit Allard's dainty hand. I've a bit more girth. The porcelain throne. I'm prone to stage fright with an audience. It would be terribly brutish for one to resort to force to open this door. I'm sure I'll be able to find a solution, lest I become unhinged. This computer is full of secret data. We keep the... There appears to be something stuck in the drive. Gosh, no matter how many times I keep clicking on things, this drive won't become unblocked. Gosh, no matter how many times I keep clicking on things, this drive won't become unblocked. I'll have to think of something else. Of course, it lacks the precision of a mouse and keyboard. Presumably the manufacturer opted for shards of metal as opposed to goose down. Greatly improves one's cognitive functions. Don't take my word for it. Ask science. Of course, it lacks the precision of a mouse and keyboard. That's the radio wave oven. It's the same idea as a conventional microwave oven, except while your meal is cooking, you can listen to the cricket on Radio 5. Why, it's packed to the rafters with mild English cheddar. Plenty to share. Best leave some space for alternative dairy produce. Mild green washing up liquid. It's a popular household brand of washing up liquid. I am feeling rather peckish. Ah!
你個死英國佬，我鎖開你隻手咯喎！
That settled it. I'm going gluten-free when I get back to Old Blighty. Surely you can't be serious. I doubt combining these two will prove to be particularly useful. The animators rather we leave it on. Less things to move. I'm sure there's a more practical use for this.
Have you found something to replace the controls you broke yet?
Here, plug this in. See if it works.
No joy, boyo.
What? Isn't it supposed to be plug and play?
No, boyo. You'll have to install the drivers first.
Well, can't you just download them in here?
The Wi-Fi can't reach this part of the ship. Try getting online in one of the other rooms. See if you can download the drivers onto something and bring it here.
I suppose you'll just be sitting here in the meantime.
That's how the genre works, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broke, well, it's probably a tedious puzzle to fix it.
That sort of stuff isn't tolerated in the workplace. Gosh, no matter how many times I keep clicking on things, this drive won't become unblocked. I'll have to think of something else. We'll agree to disagree about that. I think it would be best if I did something else with this. Now, to download this driver. I just need to connect to the internet first. Bingo! Found it! Very odd. It won't let me save onto the disk. Gosh, no matter how many times I keep... I've downloaded the driver I need. Now I just need to save it onto something so I can install it in the cockpit. Gosh, no matter how many times I keep... Cutting-edge 20th century tech. Cutting-edge 20th century tech. I've downloaded the driver I need. Now I just need to save it onto something so I can install it in the cockpit. AM, FM, defrost. It's got the works. That's the radio wave oven. It's the same idea as a conventional microwave oven, except while your meal is cooking, you can listen to the cricket on Radio 5. It's our autonomous beverage dispensing robot, Gertie. It specifically says no rustling. Oh my. Well, either we've got one big cat somewhere on board, or something particularly large is being concealed. It's not the worst idea I've ever... I don't think they'd get along. Without the right tools for the job, I'm not risking it. The depravity that goes through some people's minds. MJ borrowed the pair to clean some blood on the dance floor. Only returned the one. He always was bad like that. I fear we may need to curtail this I can't use these two together. I doubt combining these two will prove to be particularly useful. It might fit Allard's dainty hand. I've a bit more girth.
Do you have that driver for me?
Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
Don't mind me. We don't share that kind of relationship. It's Wales' own son, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. If I do that, I'll have to go on a course. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?